Point number 13. Strike the balance between material and spiritual. Live in abundance consciousness with your being rooted in meditative awareness. Be an enlightened billionaire like King Janak. Yesterday we understood you have to be affluent in the material world. Without that, Grasthashram is incomplete. It is a necessary aspect. Anybody in the name of spirituality who is avoiding this aspect will always remain half, will never reach to that fullest potential. It is just not possible. I have met many sannyasis. Very open-hearted discussions I had. A very well-known sannyasi I met last year. He was heading a sannyasi organizations, a very reputed, well-known person. When we started talking, he told me that he feels very suffocated in the organization. And he can't drop out from the organization because he had none of his own resources. After education, he just joined that organization and became a sannyasi. He has none of his own earnings, and his parents had passed away, and he had no support of any kind. And the organizational structure, there are rules and regulations, whether it's a commercial organization or a spiritual organization. The spiritual organizations, the missions, have more rules and regulations. You do this and you can't do this. And he was a learned man, he was an intelligent man. And he was seeing no reason. But then he can't go away, and he was feeling very suffocated in that step. Because the rules and regulations are there. And it has to be there to run an organization. He understood that mistake. What is the mistake? He said no to the material world. Even though he was an MBA, he was a very learned person. But he said no to the material world. And he said yes only to sannyas, only to the spiritual world. And within few years, he started feeling suffocated in the organization because his dependency on the organization was high. He needs a shelter, he needs food, he has to build his career. He can't. He had no resources. And thousands of sannyasis in the name of sannyas are making this mistake. Neither they find God, nor are they happy in this world. And they live in what is called Trisanku Avastha. Neither this way nor that way. One shall never make this mistake. It's a wrong way to look at spirituality. What is important is use your talent, sharpen your skills, stand on your own feet, create enough resources for yourself. Only then you will have freedom to lead the life the way you want. Otherwise, you are at the mercy of somebody and you will be dictated by others. Others will tell you how to lead your life. Now, how can you find the truth when you are not even independent to live your life? Can you find truth? No. You have to have the resources of your own. Only then you can be independent. Otherwise, it is just not possible. So people who go from Brahmacharya ashram to Sannyas ashram directly and avoid the Grastha ashram, avoid this material world, forget about them reaching enlightenment. They can't even live life honestly on their own. They will always remain with the begging bowl because they have no resources. And a beggar cannot have a good self-esteem. So, never ever make this mistake. Say yes to material world. Stand on your own feet. Make yourself more capable by sharpening your skills, enhancing your knowledge, making your attitudes more positive, and having the right kind of strategy for your material well-being. These are the 4 aspects which are important. You will become more resourceful, you will have freedom to do what you want. Even a spiritual master who is financially dependent on others cannot talk truth, because the dependency will always invite exploitation. And the sannyasis can get exploited very easily because they also want finance. So people who provide the finance will pull the strings, and the exploitation is very heavy. And thousands of sannyasis, I have discussed these things with them. They are feeling suffocated into the organized structure. They can't go out because they need the support of organization. On their own, individually, they can do nothing in this world, and they get trapped. Neither they get enlightened, nor they become happy. A grave mistake made because of the wrong understanding of the Indian culture. This was never the part of Indian culture. See, when you understand Sri Vidya, it's called Bhukti Mukti Dayini. First Bhukti, which means material affluence, then Mukti, the spiritual aspect. That is the original Indian thought. Somehow this myth of sannyas has entered from the back door in Indian culture, which is wrongly understood. A right kind of sannyas, the original meaning of the word sannyas is samanyas. Sama is equilibrium, poise, into nyasa means action. The person who is equipoised in action, that is the original meaning of the word sannyas. So the word sannyas itself means enlightened billionaire, because you have that equipoise middle path. But somehow in Indian culture, this concept of sannyas has got distorted, and most of the lazy people use it for escaping. Those who are not willing to take up the responsibility of earning, responsibility of the family, those lazy people, they turn towards sannyas in a wrong way, and that is how the whole culture got spoiled.